Hello and welcome to the Powderkeg Podcast Pitch Edition. Today you're going to get to hear about a corporate training platform that has raised more than $30 million and has won numerous awards for its innovations. Welcome to the Powderkeg Podcast, the show that plugs you into the massive opportunities in startups and tech hubs beyond Silicon Valley that are exploding with potential. I'm your host, Matt Hunkler, and in today's Powderkeg Pitch episode, you're going to hear a 5-minute live startup pitch between an entrepreneur and an expert panel of investors and advisors. If you like the show Shark Tank, I think you're going to love this. Today's pitch is from Kyle Lacy, who is the Chief Marketing Officer at Lessonly, a training software company based in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, Kyle brings more than 10 years of experience in marketing, strategy, and digital operations. Prior to joining Lessonly, Kyle held senior positions at OpenView Venture Partners, Salesforce, and ExactTarget. He has spent the last 7 years traveling the world speaking at marketing and technology industry events on topics including content marketing, digital marketing strategy, demand generation, B2B marketing. He is also the author of 3 books, Twitter Marketing for Dummies, Branding Yourself, and Social CRM for Dummies. You may recognize Kyle from episode 74 of the Powderkeg Podcast, where we discussed the best strategies to promote company culture with a co-guest, the CEO and founder of Lessonly, Max Yoder. Today's pitch is from a live event that we hosted in February of 2019 called Martech Madness. There's a lot to be learned from this startup at this particular point in their growth trajectory. Now, Lessonly maybe isn't your traditional marketing tech company, but the way they approach this and this particular marketing campaign, you can learn a lot about. And this is a campaign that really helped catapult them to their most recent round of funding, $15 million in a Series C. So in this pitch, Kyle had just 5 minutes to present this marketing campaign to a live panel of investors and industry experts. And this panel then had time to hit Kyle with a few rapid-fire questions, sort of Shark Tank style, again, right after the pitch. The 3 experts you're going to hear from in this pitch episode include, first, Glenda Akers, the GM of messaging at Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Second, Mohammed Yassin, Executive Vice President of Marketing at Perk, a marketing technology company. And then Ryan Grable, who is now the VP of Demand Generation for Diligent. And with that, here is Kyle Lacy, Chief Marketing Officer at Lessonly. Enjoy.
So I think in general, we have a problem in software, and it's that we have a really hard time talking, or at least messaging. We're all saying the same thing constantly. And what we're doing most of the time as software companies is that we're kind of lost in a feature and stats war, right? We are ignoring the overall experience of the customer, and I think it's a really big problem, and we've kind of lost the humanity of brand, honestly. And I think across the board. And I'm going to tell you a little story about how Lessonly kind of got over that with a little llama. Does anybody have a llama in here from Lessonly? Great. Only the employees of Lessonly. That's awesome. Thank you. So this is Ollie. Ollie was drawn on the chalkboard by Elise, who's the wife of one of the original people at Lessonly, Mitch Causey. And Mitch, who's on the screen here, said we should make Llama the mascot of Lessonly. And the OGs of Lessonly, Max, Connor, Corey, said, bad idea, llamas are terrible, what? And Mitch kind of looked and did this, and just sat there for 2 years exactly like that. And what eventually happened was, llama became a mascot through a lot of things that I don't have time to talk about, but we started giving gold llamas to employees who exhibited values like share before you're ready and have difficult conversations, which is core to the Lessonly culture. And then, Director of Demand Gen, Ben Battaglia, said, hey, we should send golden llamas to our top prospects and customers. Zach McFarland, who's Director of Brand, said, good idea. And if Zach says good idea, that means it's a good idea, right? And then Mitch Causey did the same thing, because he knew deep down that it actually worked. And so what we did was we went through and we said, okay, should we do this? The entire marketing team said, good idea, good idea, good idea, good idea, good idea, good idea. And then I bought a bunch of llamas and we spray painted llamas. A lot of llamas. We have spray painted a lot of llamas. We send them to our customers, our prospects. They love them. They post them on social. They give it to employees that exhibit the same values that Leslie exhibits. And the reality is that it actually really, really works for us. We have sent close to 1,000 golden llamas, little 3-inch golden llamas, and we have 3,000 in production right now. Thank you to Renovia, who is spray painting all of them so that I don't get cancer tomorrow. And the llama has been involved in every aspect of our culture. And the one thing that we realized was it's actually not the llama, it's the overall values of Leslie and the little tiny llamas, little plastic. There's a company in Grand Rapids that produces these llamas that are like, hell yeah, we just had the best sales year ever. There's this company called Lesson Lee in Indianapolis. So back to the OGs, Max, Connor, Mitch, and Corey. It really comes down to them. They're the originals. They created the story. Our mission statement at Leslie is we help people do better work so they can live better lives. And that was the start of the Golden Llama. So we said, hey, you know what? We should actually create messaging around that. And we went from having it just be a mission statement to an actual movement. And we have spent the past 2 years creating Do Better Work as our mission, as well as our movement as a company, and messaging to the overall market. Our website has it. We have launched a Better Work training method that is involved in all the onboarding of our customers, as well as how we sell, how we build our product. We also have done a lot of other things like Yellowship, which is our user conference. We had one, our first one last year. It's the Better Work Conference. October 1st and 3rd, it launches on Friday, so you can see what's going to happen. It was a great experience, and it showed everybody the community and the aspects of what it means to do better work so that we could all live better lives. And I think ultimately that's what we want to do as we work. And that movement was actually stems from Max and his original beginnings, which you've heard the story, I'm sure. And so, what we did do is we actually wrote a book called Do Better Work. Do we have any Leslie customers in here? Come up here. We got the book today. Do Better Work by Max Yoder. You get it, Matt. Congratulations. You can go to dobetter.work. You can sign up for the email. You can buy the book on Amazon. Don't buy it yet because it launches next week, but I'm pretty sure it's on there. Is that right, Helen? Is it live? Okay. Helen designed it. A round of applause for Helen. So Do Better Work is the movement. And I think that what's important is that we took this idea of that, hey, we decrease churn, we increase productivity, and we actually made it a message that resonates. And that is the end of my talk. And just to fit it in real fast, I actually have my Martech stack. If it works. It might not work. All right, well, that's all I got. I don't want you to slow clap.
Yes. All right, I know I'm supposed to ask one question. I'm going to ask two.
Okay.
Because I've been waiting to talk to you about this for like a year since you had Yellowship. All right. Llamas, I have one.
Yes.
Yellowship, I went. It was awesome. Where were the llamas?
There are llamas everywhere at Yellowship.
I'm talking about a literal llama.
Oh, a real llama. Well, has anybody ever met a real llama? They're terrible animals. They'll bite you and spit on you. The last thing we need is a lawsuit, so that's why they weren't there.
All right, so real question. The llamas are cool. You definitely rode a little bit off of a llama craze.
Yes.
We're in a sloth craze now.
I'm sorry. Oh, there's a
No,
sloth
that's not going to work for any other marketers, right? And I've seen marketers try to use the same type of concept, right? You pick an animal, you pick a giveaway item that goes with them, plush or otherwise. You try to connect it to your brand somehow. You made it work. Other people did not make it work. I've seen it fail multiple times. What's your advice to someone to actually make it stick?
Oh man. Actually make it stick is to have a great marketing team that actually turn it into something that matters and that people want, and to design it to where it's part of the brand and it's cute. I mean, I honestly, we rode a llama craze and it's still going, but I think that we doubled down on it. Employees doubled down on it. Everybody loves the idea of the llama, and Ollie, name's Ollie. Ollie Llama, and so it worked. But you have to have the entire company involved. Yeah.
So as a digital marketer, how would you encourage the people here to take a physical direct mail and turn it into the digital world and still have the same results in return?
I think that it needs to be involved in a campaign. You can't have just one-off direct mail. It needs to be involved in the story and the message on the website, on landing pages. The Golden Llama, we actually are rolling out a website for the Golden Llama where you can sign up to get a Golden Llama sent to you to give to an employee. So it's more of a brand play for us, but I mean, we use Sendoso. There's tons of technology out there that allows you to work direct mail into your digital strategy. But that's the first step I would take, is to make sure that it's involved in the campaigns, integrated campaigns.
Who's your target customer?
Target customer is sales and customer service teams at anywhere from 250 plus employees for mostly retail, software, telecom.
How long is your engagement?
How long is the engagement? Well, hopefully multiple years. They signed an annual agreement, and we have pretty good renewal rates because we have a great CX team.
And your implementation timeline, how long does it take to get it set up?
For Lessonly? Oh man, it depends. Depends on the customer. It's pretty immediate. I don't know. I know we have CX people here. I'd say they're going to hate me if this is wrong, but 15 to 30 days, depending on how many users. If you have a lot of users, it's a lot longer, but...
And Ollie helps in that process?
Ollie always helps. And then he has a brother named Folly, but we don't talk about him. He's a drunk uncle. Yeah.
So you run a lot of your early demand gen off of SEO and Signal and things like that. Clearly going into sending Golden Llamas, direct mail is immensely more expensive as a demand gen channel. What's your plan for kind of scaling the ROI in the marketing department?
Getting bigger deals. I mean, I wish I had a better answer than that. You can scale direct mail by ACV going up, and that's the plan. And in all reality, our direct mail is actually cheaper than some of our digital acquisition channels because we know we're sending it directly to the contact and not trying to nurture an account to actually listen to us. So it's more cost effective for us to do direct mail overall.
Do you apply any AI to your capabilities?
Do we apply any AI? Depends on what you mean by AI. Everybody has different definitions. Everybody's working towards it. Yeah, for sure. Okay, 30 seconds. I think we're good. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and a huge thanks to Kyle Lacy of Lessonly. For the links to the social profiles for Kyle and the other people, companies, and resources mentioned in this episode, head on over to powderkeg.com and check out the show notes. We're going to be doing a lot more pitch episodes and events like the one that you just heard, so be sure to check out our upcoming live streams with community Q&A and expert advice at powderkeg.com/events. We're doing them all virtual, and there's a lot of great opportunities to plug in the Slack community. And if you're currently in the market for finding a new role, Powderkeg can connect you with some awesome tech companies between the coasts that are growing like crazy. Right now, you can apply for our free Matches platform at powderkeg.com/jobs. Matches has a specialized focus on tech hubs outside the Valley, so you can easily navigate this opportunity-packed landscape for potential. Our job matching platform leverages thousands of participants, employers, and teams within our ecosystems to get you connected directly to the decision makers, shortcutting your hiring process. So it's a pretty great program. We've had lots of people get hired through it. Lots of great companies hire amazing talent through it. So apply today for Matches at powderkeg.com/jobs. And to be among the first to hear the stories about entrepreneurs, investors, and other tech leaders outside of Silicon Valley, subscribe to us on iTunes at powderkeg.com/iTunes. We'll catch you next time on the Powderkeg Podcast.